Over the last 48 hours, I know on good authority that the Congress and BJP have both done emergency meetings where they are looking at the prospect of Aam Aadmi Party emerging as a force in the general elections. Do you think, regardless of whether you're able to form the government or not, Prashant Bhushan, that the Aam Aadmi Party is being able to bring about a new political awakening, a cleaner norm to politics than what has been prevalent so far?
Obviously, that is apparent even from the fact that the BJP is fighting shy of forming a government, when from their earlier track record they would have grabbed the opportunity and done whatever it takes. But today they are fighting shy of that. You see, there is an extraordinary awakening, an extraordinary sense of hope that has been aroused in the hearts and minds of crores of ordinary people in this country who were wanting to be liberated from this corrupt politics of the BJP and the Congress. But they did not see any option, and they were forced to vote for the lesser of the two evils, whichever they considered to be the lesser of the two evils. But today they see the possibility of a completely different kind of political force emerging in this country, which is viable, which is credible, and which answers their hopes and aspirations of a better kind of politics, of an alternative kind of politics in this country.
Shazia, I was at Arvind Kejriwal's house yesterday in the morning, and lots of people coming in hoping now to get Aam Aadmi. Earlier you were finding it difficult to get candidates to be able to fight the election. Now everybody believes that this is a winning ticket. So that is how have things changed in the last 72 hours from within the Aam Aadmi Party?
No, I think there were always enough takers for where the ticket is concerned. But the kind of people who opted for Aam Aadmi Party and the kind of people who will be opting for Aam Aadmi Party as a viable political alternative will always remain different. So in fact we invite all good, honest citizens from all over to be a part of
Are
this.
you hoping, Prashant Bhushan, that people like Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, Mohandas Pai, Meera Sanyal, who are well known in their urban pocket, in their cities, in their town, will now accept the challenge of standing on an Aam Aadmi Party ticket? That way you'll have candidates with a clean image in each of the major cities. Where do you hope to get your candidates from?
See, we hope to get them from all walks of life. They can come from any walk of life. They can come from any social strata of society, so long as A, they are honest, they are selfless, committed to the good of the common people in this country. So long as they subscribe to these virtues, everybody is welcome.
Okay, in the third part of this broadcast, I want to focus on whether there's a change in the message. We heard Jantar Mantar this evening, the Neera Radia tapes, Ranjan Bhattacharya, Vajpayee ji's son-in-law. A lot of the attacks seem to be against the Kamal, against the Lotus. So are you thinking that the Congress is already discredited and people have lost hope, and therefore your real target, Yogendra Yadav, now is Narendra Modi? Is Kejriwal hoping to emerge as a counter to Modi in the general election? Is that your strategy?
I don't know how and where you read that, because I was there in
all
the
your speeches.
I don't know if you heard my speech. I don't know if you heard Manish Sisodia's speech. Prashantji was making one specific point in the meeting today, which got misread. I mean, the basic point is, if we want to emerge as an alternative to Congress and BJP...
is also becoming a good politician now.
No, I'm astonished.
There is clear political messaging
You did not hear about Rahul Gandhi today. You did not hear Manish Sisodia say something about...
As a neutral political observer, the reality
Congress.
is that the BJP was being targeted much more than earlier. Earlier, the Congress was your principal target. Now it seemed to be the BJP.
No, Rahul, I read your tweet and I smiled. Someone asked me. I said probably he's not had the opportunity to listen to the entire speech. That happens. Let me answer your big question.
Yes.
The big question is, do we want to be an alternative to the BJP as well? Of course, yes. If this 2014 election becomes a contest between Rahul Gandhi versus Modi, it is a tragedy for this country.
Why?
Because this country has had Gandhi, Nehru, Patel, Tagore. Because this country does not deserve an alternative between dynasty rule and semi-authoritarianism, because this country does not deserve an alternative between vote bank politics versus majoritarianism, because this country does not deserve an alternative between a sickly welfare state versus crony capitalism, because these two characters stand for these things. Aam Aadmi Party has to stand for something else.
So what does the Aam Aadmi Party stand for? Are you left of centre, almost bordering on communist? Because you're definitely not right of centre. You're definitely not centrist either, it seems. And people will want to know that. The ideology of the Aam Aadmi Party, Prashant Bhushan, will be subjected to much greater
so
scrutiny.
Of your categories that the world is only left, right or centre.
That's the way politics is the world over.
This is European categories which have never operated in Indian politics. I mean,
No,
I'm
but
astonished.
how do you define the ideology of the Aam Aadmi Party
Arvind,
nationally?
Our ideology is public interestist. If you want to make it an ism or ist, it's public interestism, common man welfareism. That's our ideology. Now
That sounds left of left.
We don't want to get trapped into this. Are you communist? Are you leftist? Are you rightist, etc.? See, these are categories which have been boxed in. We have made it clear. We are willing to learn from everything wherever we perceive that this strategy will benefit the common
That sounds
man, the
Mokatarian.
majority of the people in this country. So therefore,
No, but a party
try
has
and
to
box
stand for
us in-
something. That's very convenient that we'll borrow from here, we'll borrow from there. The party fundamentally and at the heart of it has to stand for something. What is it that the Aam Aadmi Party nationally stands for?
Good governance, transparency, decentralization of funds, Swaraj. The whole idea of self-governance, involvement of people in lawmaking. We don't have to be wedded to an ideology. It's so limited and it's so simplistic to keep dividing people on basis of ideology.
No, but I'm seeing
Left,
a
right,
larger
and the center.
political messaging here, Yogendra Yadav, that you believe that Rahul Gandhi can't really pose much of a challenge to Narendra Modi, and therefore the people who are uncomfortable with Modi, you're now trying to pull them away towards Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party. Is that not
Let me
what is
just
at play?
answer this question because you asked in the context of the Radia tapes.
No, I'm
You
asking.
see,
yeah.
we had, everybody knows that in the Radia tapes there is a statement by Ranjan Bhattacharya who's narrating what Mukesh Ambani told him that Congress to ab apni dukaan hai. That we had played out, it was played out in the national media repeatedly. What few people know is that there is another conversation which shows that BJP is also equally a shop of the Reliance company. And that's why, because see, we have exposed the Congress left, right and center. We sat on a fast here to expose 15 ministers of this Congress cabinet. We have been talking about because they have been in government, in the central government as well as in Delhi right now. What some people unfortunately have not yet come to know, have not yet understood, they are still under an impression that, well, BJP is perhaps more honest.